Hey friends. Sometimes I just want to chat and I don't necessarily have anything to record to show you. Just want to chit chat for a little bit and share some updates or thoughts. I'm getting ready for bed and I saw this video today on YouTube. Someone was discussing how basically getting back into beauty and skincare has really helped with her mental health and her self-esteem, and I totally relate to that, and that's what inspired me to drop this little chat here. I have recently, so no, let me backtrack a little bit. So I began dealing with an anxiety disorder in 2019. I became agoraphobic, gonna say late 2020, or rather, the agoraphobia had developed with the anxiety disorder, but it didn't really snowball until I'm gonna say late 2020. That's when things really became more intense for me with the agoraphobia, and I didn't even know what agoraphobia was at the time. Point being that because I really wasn't going out, I became really isolated from friends and family. I stopped pouring into myself. I stopped caring about how I looked. And the thing is that before the anxiety disorder, I was really into like makeup, beauty, skincare. But yeah, over time, I just once the anxiety disorder developed, I mean, I was my main priority was my health. So I wasn't thinking about anything else, and I just for like basically stopped caring about how I looked, and I'm not saying that in a way of like I stopped caring because I completely accepted myself. No, I was living in shame and darkness for so long. I was hiding myself. So all of that to say that late last year, and I mean, really coincided with me being on Lexapro, and I began my 20 milligrams, the current dose I'm on, in August. So, and that same month, I got a job. I got hired at the end of August. So things started to really look up. And P.S., I was also, prior to this job that I currently have, I was unemployed for over 2 years. And even me saying that is just so bizarre because I've been working since I was 14, in one capacity or another, whether it was through summers, after school, whatever the case is. But for me to be unemployed, I mean, the most I would say I was unemployed for was in my life 6 months, and that was basically by choice. So yeah, this long period of unemployment for me was the hardest financially. It was hard for me in all ways, with my mental health, with my physical health, financially, emotionally, everything. And it was not for lack of trying, trust me when I tell you. But anyway, because of just this dark place that I was in for so long, I was scraping by daily. But anyway, so August really changed things around because I was on my current dose, and I got hired at the end of August, so things started to really look up for me. So once I started to get paid more frequently, that also helped me to be able to afford to just kind of like update my style in the sense, because I was becoming more visible in the world, so to speak. So it was like updating with respect to like certain things like wardrobe wise, especially, for a work environment. And then just getting back into pouring into myself with my hair and skincare and makeup and things like that. So it's been a really fun journey since then. And I forgot how fun it was and how artistic it is, like picking out what colors I want to wear, like what's the palette of the day with my eyeshadows, or how do I want to do my makeup today? Like, what am I feeling? It's a really fun way for me to express myself, something that I lost touch with for many years. And so getting back into it has been really healing for me. It really does feel like self love to pour into myself, to care about my looks, but for myself. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy looking at myself in the mirror, like sometimes I feel weird looking at myself because I enjoy it so much more than before. Like, and so sometimes I'm like, oh my God, am I being like vain, because I'm not used to it, but I'm having such a good time. So I just feel like, hey, if I feel good, that's a great sign. So, yeah. So yeah, I would say my whole like beauty, skincare, aesthetic, has really contributed to my overall sense of well-being, and yeah, it's contributing to my overall like mental health, like good mental health. So yeah, that was it. Just a little chit chat for this evening. Thank you guys if you made it this far. Thank you for listening, and thank you all as well for your support. Have a good night.